Hey Vikings fans! Here you'll find all the news, updates, and analysis about our Minnesota Vikings. If you love this team and want to stay up to date with everything, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join our community. Skol Vikings! Vikings sign Matt Waletzko to practice squad and release Tim Jones. Where, Hertfordshire, England, the Minnesota Vikings officially announced on Tuesday a roster move that involves both the addition of an offensive lineman and the departure of a wide receiver, a shift that comes as the team continues its journey overseas. The franchise confirmed that offensive tackle Matt Waletzko, a Minnesota native, has signed with the Vikings practice squad. His arrival adds depth and flexibility to a unit that has been dealing with injuries and inconsistency since the start of the season. Waletzko, who hails from Cold Spring, Minnesota, first made a name for himself on the field while playing high school football at Rocori High School. From there, he continued his football journey at the University of North Dakota, where he developed into an NFL-caliber prospect. For Vikings fans, the signing has an emotional dimension. Seeing a homegrown talent come back to represent his state on the professional stage adds a sense of pride and identity that goes beyond statistics and playbooks. The lineman traveled overseas to join the Vikings during their stay in the United Kingdom, meeting the team at their training base in Hertfordshire as the squad prepares for its next challenge on the international stage. The rest of the roster arrived in England on Monday afternoon, just hours after wrapping up their previous matchup in Ireland on Sunday, highlighting the logistical demands of the NFL's expanding international schedule. Waletzko brings 3 years of NFL experience, having been selected by the Dallas Cowboys in the 5th round of the 2022 NFL Draft. Despite limited playing time, he gained valuable exposure to high-level competition. During his stint with Dallas, he appeared in 11 games, demonstrating versatility and strength, though his progress was occasionally slowed by injuries that tested his resilience and determination. Now in Minnesota, Waletzko has the opportunity to rebuild momentum and further his development under a coaching staff that has placed a premium on shoring up its offensive line. The Vikings have struggled at times to protect their quarterback and establish consistency in the trenches, making Waletzko's signing more than just a symbolic homecoming. It is also a practical decision aimed at bolstering depth. To clear a roster spot for Waletzko, the team announced that wide receiver Tim Jones has been released after alternating between the active roster and the practice squad this season. Jones had been part of the 53-man roster at certain points this year, but despite his persistence, he was unable to carve out a permanent role in the rotation of wideouts. On offense, he participated in 6 snaps without recording a reception, while also contributing significantly on special teams with 25 snaps played in that unit. The release of Jones underscores the unforgiving nature of the NFL, where roster spots are scarce and constant adjustments are made based on immediate team needs. It also highlights the Vikings' current priority of reinforcing their offensive line, an area that has been tested by both injuries and performance concerns in recent weeks. Head coach Kevin O'Connell has emphasized in press conferences the importance of protecting the pocket and providing stability up front, a factor that likely influenced the decision to bring in Waletzko. Furthermore, having a player with deep ties to Minnesota adds an extra layer of connection to the fan base, which often rallies behind athletes who share their local roots and upbringing. The Vikings community has already reacted with excitement to the signing, welcoming Waletzko with open arms and expressing optimism that his presence could one day translate into on-field impact. For Waletzko himself, this is both a professional opportunity and a personal milestone. He now has the chance to adapt quickly to the Vikings' offensive schemes while working his way toward a potential promotion to the active roster. As for Tim Jones, although his chapter with Minnesota closes here, his reliability and versatility on both offense and special teams suggest he will remain on the radar for other NFL teams seeking depth. Such roster reshuffling is common in early October, when franchises are still fine-tuning their squads and adjusting strategies to achieve the right balance across all positions. For the Vikings, the broader mission remains the same: building a competitive roster capable of handling not only domestic challenges, but also the unique circumstances of playing abroad. Operating from England, far from their usual U.S. facilities, requires adaptability and a strong sense of unity within the team, making the addition of ready-to-contribute players like Well Let's Go all the more valuable. By signing Well Let's Go and parting ways with Jones, the Vikings once again demonstrated their willingness to act swiftly and decisively when they believe changes can strengthen the group. Now, all eyes turn to how quickly the new offensive lineman will settle in and whether his presence can eventually help the Vikings on the field as the team continues its journey both at home and across the international stage.